Okay, so come and stand with your toes together, your heels together, my sweethearts. Pull up on your thigh muscles, suck in your tummy, butts tight. Interlock your fingers, knuckles underneath your chin, relax your shoulders. And let's begin. Inhale for one inhale. So as you inhale, float your elbows all the way up to the ceiling, forearms from your beautiful face. Now open your mouth and let your head go back. Now, as your head goes back, everybody keep your spine really straight. Let your head go back, relax your throat, look along the ceiling, your mouth is wide open, and squeeze your elbows together. And again, you inhale your pranayama. Pranayama takes 6 seconds. So inhale a little bit more. You keep inhaling, one more breath, hold it. And then again, would you let it go? When you let it go, sense your spine straight. Drop the shoulders away from your ears. Relax them and bring your elbows and your wrists and you squeeze them together away from the chest. And again, you inhale your prana, your pranayama. And as you inhale the pranayama, rock the weight back in the heels, knowing in 500 BC, one more breath at the top. And again, you let it go. What happened in 500 BC? That's when the Buddha was around. So you know the Buddha was doing his pranayama as you squeeze your elbows together. And again, you inhale your pranayama and you get the weight all the way back in the heels. You pull your tummy muscles in as you inhale one more stunning breath at the top. And then you let it go. When you let it go, keep your spine always straight and lifted. The head goes back, your throat's back, eyes wide open, mouth wide open. Squeeze your elbows together and another inhale. And with this inhale, see if you become conscious inhaling a little bit more. Become aware of your own bodies. Become aware of your elbows. One more beautiful breath. And again, you exhale. You let it all out, all of the old stale air. And please relax the shoulders. And would you bring your elbows together to squeeze up at the end? Excellent. Let your arms float down by your side and you breathe. Sorry, guys, I'm on the hunt for my water. Second set. Toes together, heels together again. Pull up on your thigh muscles again. Suck in your tummy, tight butt. Interlock your fingers, knuckles underneath your chin. Relax your shoulders. And let's begin. Inhale for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 at the top. Exhale for 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and bring your elbows together. Now again, inhale as you lengthen up in the spine. So there I gave you the timing. That's the only time I use the count, but you can use it several times, not too much because it gets boring. As you inhale, one more sip at the top and then let your head go back. Open your mouth, remember your windpipe. You're emptying all the old stale air. It's coming out of your windpipe. And the shoulders away from your ears, so you're quite alert and your spine is straight and the weight's in the heels as you squeeze your elbows together. And again, you inhale your pranayama. So you can see how many things you can talk about when you're doing prana. Even cracking the knuckles open and the knuckles cradle your chin as you inhale one more breath at the top. And then let your head go back. You always remind them to keep the spine perfectly straight if they can. You get the weight in the heels, but you make sure that your toes are still touching the floor. Squeeze your elbows together. And again, you inhale another pranayama and you expand your lungs. And you inhale a little bit more of your pranayama and you float your elbows up. You're stretching the side, your intercostal muscles. One more breath. And again, you let it go. And your spine is so straight and your eyes are wide open and your mouth is so wide open and the shoulders are down. Relax them, squeeze your elbows together and again inhale. And this is the last one. I'm going to count it for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 at the top. Exhale for 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and bring your elbows together. Now let your arms float down by your side, guys. Okay, going to start with Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose, Padasana, hand to feet pose. Please inhale your arms above your head. Interlock your fingers, release your index finger, glue yours together, straight elbow, straight knees, reach up, touch the ceiling. And now begin to stretch your body from side to side. So you see, I get through the setup as quickly as you possibly can. For 3 and for 2 and for 1, please come, stop in the middle. Okay, you've warmed them up a little bit. Now, get the weight back in the heels, suck your tummy, tight bum, straight elbow, straight knees. You're in a perfectly straight line, touch the ceiling. And now rainbow over in a perfectly straight line towards the right hand side of your space, and you breathe. Once you've got your students into this shape, then you start at the feet and do a checkpoint up. You get the weight back in the heels. Your toes are still touching. Contract your thigh muscles so your knees lift up and lock into place. Suck in your tummy, tighten your bum, and that supports the lower back as you begin to push your left hip a little season over your left ankle until you feel the stretch and the opening down the whole of the left hand side of your body. Now right armpit forward, chin up, arms back. And now especially, Will, bring your left hip forward, suck your tummy. You don't have to go so deep, Will. Straighten out your elbows, straighten out your knees, get the shoulders away from your ears, and come down 3, come down 2, come down 1. And breathe up very, very long. Straighten your elbows, guys, straighten your knees, reach up as high as you can. Rainbow over in a perfectly straight line towards the left hand side of the room, and you breathe. And remember, you're coming up in an arch. That's why I say rainbow. It's not just the chakras on your body, which are the colors of the rainbow, but you're also got this incredible arch. It's a very lovely posture, Aileen. Get your left armpit forward and chin up, arms back, and bring your right hip forward. Remember, it's never about depth in the posture. It's more about the form. So if there's a moment you're starting to go deep and you know, oh, you've had enough, then you back off to a place where you can stay and you hold it there happily. Lift up your right armpit season just a little bit more. So you can just feel that as if you're going over a beach ball sideways. As you glue your wrists together, straight elbow, straight knees. There you go, guys. Come down 3, come down 2, come down 1. And breathe up long. Very, very good neck, Aileen. Okay, we're going to a delicious back bend. First off, tighten your bum, push your hips and your tummy and your thighs way, way forward towards the screen. Lift your chest up and drop your head back. Ease out your neck. See how it feels with your neck from side to side. See how it feels. Now inhale the biggest breath of air. Lift your chest up and begin to take your arms back to where your ears are. Your hips and your tummy, your thighs are going forward and your chest is lifting up. And you're looking back and your head's heavy. So it's dropping you back more back and you're going back. Glue your wrists together. Push your index fingertips together and go back, way back. A little bit more back, go back. Yes, Barbie. One more breath. Inhale as you come up. Very, very good, Amber. Suck in your tummy, bend your knees and come down the straight spine. One day, Amber, your arms will be with your head when you're going in that back bend. And get your hands on the floor and wiggle your hips from side to side until your lower spine feels great. Loose, comfy, easy and relaxed. Wiggle your hips. Now, please get your tummy and your thighs, get your chest on the knees, glue it there, as if you're buttering the 2 pieces together. Wrap the elbows around the calf muscles and get the weight in the toes and grab your heels from behind. Make sure your fingers face in the same direction as your toes, so you set yourself up again. Now lift your hips up into the air, let your head hang heavy. It's a good time to tell them what they're doing now. A, they're resting the precious heart. And as they get the weight into the toes, the blood is gushing into the brain and feeding the brain. And remember, it's fresh oxygenated blood because you've just done 2 sets of pranayama. So this blood is now nourishing your brain. First blood, first pranayama, nourishing your brain. Inhale as you come up, arms with your ears. You come up and arms are with your ears. Yes, Amber. Excellent, everybody. And let your arms float down, take a breath, let go of everything, and you breathe. And second set, toes and heels together to touch. Inhale your arms above your head, interlock your fingers, release your index, glue your wrists together, reach up, touch the ceiling, rainbow over in a perfectly straight line towards the right, and you breathe. Now think of your checklist again. Weight in the heels, toes touch, thigh muscles are contracted, bum's tight, tummy's tucked in. Pushing your left hip over your left ankle. Feel the stretch in the opening down the whole of the left-hand side of your body, from your ankles through your hips, through your ribs, through the intercostal muscles of your ribs, into your armpits. You glue your wrists together. Chin is up a little bit more. Arms are back. Straighten your elbows, straighten your knees, and come down 3, come down 2, come down 1, change. Inhale as you come up. Always keep your tummy muscles pulled in. Remember, breathing's with your chest, not with your tummy right now. So reach up as high as you can, and then again, rainbow over in a perfectly straight line towards the left. Sucking your tummy, straight elbows, straight knees, the weights in the heels. Left armpit is forward, right hip is forward. Your knees are really straight again. Pull your tummy muscles in, breathe. Drop your shoulders away from your ears, breathe. Glue your wrists together and go for your breath. Slow it down, especially the exhales. They govern the breath. And then inhale, slowly. Exhale for 3, exhale for 2, and done. Very good, Will, very, very good, Season. Okay, another delicious back bend, guys. So hips and tummy, thighs forward. Please lift your chest up, drop your head back, and look back, go back. Lift your chest up. Take your arms back to where your ears are, and you keep on going back a little bit more back. Lift the chest up even more, and you look back, go back. Yes, Amber. Now, Amber, look for, push your index fingers together and point to where you're looking at. Point to where you're looking at. Feel your armpits open. There they go, Amber. There they opening. And yours are open, Will. And yours are open, Season. Now drop your head back a little bit more and go back, look back, Season. Go back, arm back, go back. One more breath. Inhale as you come up. Excellent. Suck your tummy, come down the straight spine. It takes a long time to open up the armpits. And you can understand why, because they're always bent. They're always folded, your armpits. So to open them up takes some time. And wiggle your hips from side to side. You know, and as you get stages of practice, you get deeper. So your first 5 years is very different from 10 years. Wiggle your hips from side to side. Your first year is very different from your 3rd year. Bend your knees. Lay your tummy on your thighs. Your 10 years is very different when you're 15 years in. Wrap the elbows around the calf muscles. 20 years in, another difference. Lift your hips up into the air and pull. Drop your shoulders away from your ears and pull. Contract your thigh muscles. Rock the weight way, way forward. Lift your hips up. Bend your elbows. Keep on pulling. One more breath. Inhale as you come up and let your arms float down. And take a breath and let go. And you breathe. When you're ready, my beloveds, look down at your feet because they've got no brain. Understand your feet do their own thing. And you'll notice your students' feet do everything other than stay straight. Take 16 steps to the right, hide your heels behind your toes. Inhale your arms up to center and drop your shoulders down deep away from your ears, sucking your tummies. Inhale, breathing. Sit on a chair. People want to get into the posture. So if you're a long time telling them to drop the shoulders down and sit down, they're going to get moody. So get them into the posture and talk to them then about whatever you want to. Take your butt out behind you, Barbie, so it almost feels a little bit rude, and then begin to lift your upper body up. Now, Barbie, find your neck, drop the shoulders down, reach them forward, sit down. One more breath, everybody, and change. Very, very good. Very, very fabulous, Amber. Come right up onto your toes as high as you can. Straighten out your legs a lot to start with. Inhale, breathing, and crack your knees a little bit. Do you know, Barbie, I forget that you broke your leg until you just sometimes need a little bit of help because you're doing so well. Right heel forward, you know where you're going, Amber. Big toes into the floor, Will. It's the big, see that rolling out? That's what we're avoiding. And the more you anchor your big toes into the floor, Will, yeah, now crack your knees, Will, and sit down. Right heel forward, yes, Will. Left heel forward, both those. Lift up the right heel, you have it, Season, and both those, toes. Don't come down any lower now, Aileen. I'll lift up the right heel more. Lift up the left heel more. Aileen, right heel, left heel. Don't let your knees roll open, baby. Change. That's it. Bring your knees together to touch. Very good, Will. Lift your heels a little bit, sucking your tummy. Don't move your feet, Aileen, and slowly slide down your cool marble wall. They want to. This is why I told you about the feet. Your students' feet wander all over the place. Your feet wander all over the place, and we never know. Come down as low as you can. You're stopping an inch or two off your heels, Will. And an inch or two is very, very different from 4 inches. Even if you put your hands on the ground, yeah. And that brings a very, very deep bend in the front part of your knee, opening all of the muscles. Change, come up. Excellent. Because the knee ages front side and back side. The aging at the front stops you from going all the way down to an inch, and the aging at the back side stops you from locking the knee. Once you get those two, you've grabbed your knees. When you're ready, second set, look down at your feet, take 16 steps to the right. Pad your heels behind your toes and inhale your arms up to the center and drop your shoulders away from your ears, suck in your tummy. And you can always sometimes look at your feet as you go down and see if they move. Inhale, breathing, and sit down on the chair. It's good for you to look at them, Aileen. Yeah. And then feel the weight in the feet. The feet are amazing. Lovely season. Lift your body up now. Lift your upper body up. Get the weight all the way back in the heels. It's not only that you're trying to sit on the chair, you're trying to make your upper body look like a chair. Lovely, Amber. Keep on lifting your upper body up. Drop the shoulders away from your ears. Sit down. One more breath. Please change. Come right up onto your toes as high as you can and straighten out your legs a lot to start with. Inhale, breathing, and bring your hips down. When you do, it's the feet. That's it, Will. Just get your legs are very strong, Will, you know. Dig your big toe into the floor. That's it, Will. Big toe, you've nailed it now. You've nailed it. And now we'll stay there. Right heel forward, big toe into the floor. Left heel forward, big toe into the floor. Both those forward, Will. Both those forward, Will. Both those. Done. That was fabulous. And the more you do it, the stronger it becomes. Touch your knees together, lift your ears a little bit. Suck in your tummies, please. Slide down your cool marble wall. Point your knees down towards the bottom of the screen and stop and hover an inch or two off your heels. Always you can use your hands to help your knees come all the way down. It's not a problem, but make sure you're hovering that inch or two off your heels now. Squeeze your knees together because they're so powerful and strong. And if your knees are strong, bounce. 1, 2, 3. Just bounce, stop on the up bounce, inhale, breathing. Push the floor away, squeeze your knees, the feet together, arms down, take a breath, let go, breathe. Garudasana, eagle pose. Inhale your arms up over your head. Notice which is the right, which is the left. Swing your right arm underneath your left arm. Cross your forearms, thumbs towards your face. Pull your elbows down. Fingers an inch below your nose, an inch away. Sit down. Please pick up your right leg and wrap it and coil it and bend it around the left leg. If you're lucky enough to have the foot go all the way around, then point those toes down towards your left ankle. Your 5 toes should be visible in the front mirror. If your foot does not go all the way around, don't worry, just squeeze your thighs on top of each other. You get 100% benefits. Lift your upper body up, one more breath. Change. Lovely season. Arms over your head and swing the left underneath your right. Again, cross your forearms, thumb towards your face. Pull the elbows down. Maybe you interlock your fingers and pull the elbows down, then release them into prayer. See, I'm unbearing it a little bit. Sit down. Pick up your left leg and wrap it and coil it and bend it and squeeze it. If you're lucky enough to have if the foot goes all the way around, you should be able to see 5 toes visible. Try to get your wrists, your elbows, your knees and your ankles all in one straight line down the center of your body. If your foot slips, sit down. If you're losing the balance, lift your upper body up at the end and change. So you don't need to do all of it, every side. Arms over your head and swing the right underneath your left again. Cross your forearms. Probably much more flexible now. So interlock your fingers again, pull the elbows down, release your hands in prayer. See if your fingers are an inch below your nose, an inch away. Pick up your right leg, wrap it, coil it, bend it, squeeze it. And then you can maybe give them some benefits if you want to. So for instance, all the men know if you squeeze your thighs on top of each other much as you can, we are squeezing the prostate, which is so valuable for men. And this, when they're squeezing, you're squeezing out toxins, men, so that this gland doesn't swell. Lift your upper body up, pull your elbows down and change. Arms over your head. And last time go, swing the left underneath your right, cross your forearms, thumb towards your face. Pull the elbows down and sit down deep, butt out, chest up, and pick up your left leg and wrap it and coil it. Now this time, when you think of the upper body, all of us, every human being has a chest, but women have something extra, mammary glands on top of their chest. So it's not chest feeding, that's impossible. They're mammary glands, and that's what feeds. These mammary glands have tubes in them. When you pull your elbows down, girls, and you squeeze your mammary glands, then you're squeezing these tubes to release any toxins as much as the men are squeezing their prostate. And change. And everybody in unison is squeezing their armpits and their groin. Good for you guys. Have a drink of water if you like it. Our yoga accesses every single part of the human body and brings it back to a blueprint. There is no posture in the outside world that handles the prostate. We do. When you're ready, straighten out your left leg. See how healing our body, our postures are. Round over. And please pick up your right foot and interlock your fingers under your thumb, where below the toes, in the soft padded part of your right foot, and you straighten your knee, and you straighten your knee. Whenever you squeeze toxins out of a gland, you're reducing the toxins, and you're reducing the possibility of that gland getting cancer, whether it's breast cancer because of the mammary glands, or whether it's prostate cancer. You reduce that when you squeeze it. So Garuda is super powerful. Straighten your knee, you straighten your knee. If you're ready, you've come over halfway, you never have to, you let them know that. Inhale, exhale, and kick your right heel forward. You let students know that whatever stage they are in the process is brilliant. And why? Because it is. If they're in class, it's brilliant. That's just a big toe thing, Aileen, big toe into the ground. When you're ready, if you've got 2 straight arms, 2 straight legs, then Amber, you can begin to bend your elbows down. Everybody just stand on one leg for 3, for 2, and change. Let go and breathe. Straighten out your right leg round over and pick up your left foot and interlock your fingers under your thumb, where below the toes in the soft padded part of your left foot, and straighten out your right knee and straighten out your right knee. Contract your right thigh muscle. Dig your big right toe down hard again into the ground. Your big right toe is the reason that you can balance. If your big right toe goes, or your big toe goes, you have real trouble walking, guys. Now, if your right leg stays straight, dig the big toe down again. Inhale, exhale, and kick your left heel forward. Once you kick the left heel forward, and remember, you do not have to. Sometimes you might kick the heel forward at the end just to see how you can play with it, but see what you want to do. Now you kick the left heel forward, Amber, pull your toes back hard, begin to bend your elbows down, very, very good, Will. Let the elbows go below the plane of the calf muscle. Now you keep looking, Amber, forward, don't look down. Get your chin up a little bit and keep looking forward and keep on rounding, Amber. 3, 2, done. Excellent. Because Amber, I'm going to try to get your elbows below the plane of the calf muscle without you looking down. That's how it's done. And you're very close now. You're like inch away. Straighten out your left leg again, round over, pick up your right foot. On the second set, what I usually do, the first set warmed you up. So I do 20 seconds in each particular part of it. Straighten out your, so I've now clicked the clock on. Straighten out your left leg. I always remind them to straighten out the left knee. 9 out of your 10 of your new people will not be able to straighten the knee. Now, if your left leg is straight, solid, concrete, one piece, you have no knee, you have locked the knee. Only then, inhale, exhale, and kick your right heel forward. When you kick your right heel forward, instantly pull your toes back hard towards your face, but keep on kicking with that right heel forward. Good for you, Aileen. 2 straight arms, you keep kicking, Aileen. 2 straight legs, Amber. Now, as you're looking forward, Amber, begin to bend your elbows down. Everybody at the stage you are in, you're doing great, season. That's it, Amber. Now keep looking forward, squeeze your calf muscles with the elbow. Squeeze the calf muscles with the elbow, Amber, and you breathe. Excellent, babe. For 3, 2, down. Good for you, Barbie. Excellent. Remember, guys, any stage in the posture that you get and you fall out of, it's helping you. Falling helps you more than staying in the posture. Because falling means you've gone too far. You have to learn more to get back. Right elbow in the waist, palm, left elbow in the waist, palm facing up. See, I got the right one, wrong one, left one. Do I care? Just correct it. And if you forget, boo. Straighten the leg you're standing on. But you must always set them up. The right leg, left leg, right. Straighten the leg you're standing on. Straighten the leg you're standing on. We're not doing that posture, Will. We're still doing forehead to knee. Now, if your left leg is really strong and it's straight and it's not moving, right leg, inhale, exhale, and kick your right heel forward. Pull your toes back hard towards your face and you breathe. Never judge your posture. Never judge your posture. As you pull your toes back hard towards your face, begin to bend your elbows down to break the plane, the calf muscle, Amber, yeah, and keep on kicking. It is normal to fall out of posture. If you fall out of posture, you come straight back in again and keep on kicking. Lovely, Amber. The elbow's going below, but you're looking forward. You're looking forward. You're still in that spot, Amber, around your shoulders, and keep on kicking for 3, 2, done. Beautiful, babe. Developing a lot of strength, you know, as you're aiming it. Your body's not even moving. You forget about your body. Meanwhile, you're there on one leg with your foot, like, you know, 5 feet in front of you. Excellent, guys. Give them a little back bend. It always feels nice. Standing bow pulling posture. Toes and heels together to touch. Please bend your right elbow in at the waist. Your palm is facing the ceiling. And if you hear me repeat it a little bit, let your hand go down and pick up the foot from the inside. And please bring your knees together to touch. Inhale with energy, your left arm up. Inhale, breathing, and very, very gently begin to kick your right leg directly back behind you. As you kick your right leg directly back behind you, lift up your left arm just a little bit more and keep on kicking. As you kick your right leg behind you, lose your right shoulder. You are kicking so hard. Use your right arm to keep on lifting the leg up as you keep on kicking, kicking, kicking. You're kicking so hard that you're now beginning to bring both of your shoulders in one line from the side. As you kick up the leg a little bit more now, begin to drop your left shoulder underneath your chin. Touch your chin to the shoulder, yes, Amber and Season, and kick up your leg for 3, 2, done. Excellent. Actually, guys, you actually practice. I didn't have to give you as many corrections. That means you're correcting yourself. Left elbow in at the waist, palm facing up. That's the thing about this training, guys. You've got it forever. Knees to touch. Wherever you are, telly or nah, internet or nah, you got your yoga. Inhale with energy. Your right arm up, right arm right by your ear. Remember, your chin is up. Lose your left shoulder. Inhale, breathing. And begin to kick your left shoulder directly back. And as you kick really hard, use your left arm to keep on lifting up the left leg, as you keep on kicking. And as you're kicking so hard, you begin to drop your left shoulder behind the right one as you kick up the leg directly up and back. Now begin to bring your right shoulder toward your chin. Touch your chin to the shoulder as you kick up the leg a little bit more. Now you keep on kicking, guys. Drop the chin, touch in the shoulder, Barbie, and kick up the leg for 5 and kick it for 4 and 3 and 2 and done. Very stunning, Amber. There's a moment when people are completely engaged in a posture. They're kind of in not limbo, it's levitating. There's just a feeling of levitating. You cannot almost see where the weight is. Right elbow in at the waist, palm facing up. Let your hand go down and pick up the foot from the inside. Please bring your knees together to touch. Inhale with energy, your left arm up and back. Inhale, breathing, and begin to kick your right leg directly back. Lose your right shoulder so you're already getting a spinal twist in your body as you kick your right leg back. If you begin to lose your balance, lift up your left arm and keep on kicking as hard as you can. Use your right arm to keep on lifting and kicking the leg up and back until both of your shoulders become in one line. Once your shoulders are in one line, then drop your left shoulder toward your chin, touch it to the shoulder and kick up the leg for 5, kick it up for 4, 3, 2, done. Excellent, everybody. There's a nice lightness coming into your practice, Aileen. You've realized, oh, you're not stiff at all. Left elbow in the waist, palm facing up. Just something you used to tell yourself. Let your hand go down and pick up the foot from the inside. Now you're fluid, you know, baby. Inhale with energy. Your right arm up. Right arm up, right behind your head. Inhale, breathing, and begin to kick the leg up and back. Do not move your face, your chest, or your right arm as you kick the leg up and back. Lose your left shoulder in the front mirror as you're kicking the leg up and back. And as you kick the leg up and back, you keep on kicking so hard. Once you begin to see the foot coming up over the top of your head, then you drop the right shoulder underneath your chin, touch your chin to the shoulder and kick up the leg. It's stunning, Season 3, 2, 1. Terrific job, guys. Breathe, breathe. When you're ready, come to the back of your mat. Let's do 2 laps. It's posture you're going to learn next, not very much to learn. Inhale your arms up over your head. Interlock your fingers, release your index finger, glue your wrists together. Take a great big step on your right foot. Don't look down. Inhale, breathing, and bring your upper body down. Body down, arms up. Body down, leg up. Point your toe behind you, stretch forward, change. You're going to learn to say in 10 seconds, that the whole posture is 10 seconds. I do it 20, but it's 10. Take a great big step on your left foot. Remember, don't look down. Inhale, breathing, and go. Bring your upper body down, arms up, body down, leg up. Keep on reaching forward. Point your toes towards the back wall. Drop your left hip down a little bit. Stretch forward and back. Done. That's the 10 seconds. Perfect, Amber, perfect, Will. Breathe. Breathe. See, this is going to be easy peasy to learn, so don't worry about today. Inhale your arms above your head, interlock your fingers, release your index finger, glues together, set up a piece of cake. Take a great big step on your right foot, point your left toe. Inhale, bring your upper body down, walk like a letter T. Body down, arms up. Keep on bringing the body down, leg up. Point the toes behind you, stretch forward. Done. Breathe. Take a great big step, left foot, point your right toe. Inhale, breathing, and then go bring your upper body down. Other side, Will. I know that your computer's out of sync a little bit today. I get it. That's it, Barbie. This is fabulous, Barbie. Chin away from the chest, body down, lovely season, arms up. Yes, A-lean, stretch forward and back. Done. Breathe. Excellent. So now we're going to rest your precious heart. After the 3 cardios, the next posture, rest your heart. See how magical it is? So you tell people where to be. Come and stand on the left-hand side of your mat. Inhale your arms above your head. Please take a great big 4.5 step to the right. Arms down parallel immediately. Toes in, heels out, arm back, chin up, suck your tummy, and you swan dive down. Lengthen forward, lengthen forward. Slide your hand to the back of your legs and grab your heels from behind. Get the weight into the toes and lift your hips up into the air. Contract your thigh muscles and try, if you can, to lock your knees. Get the weight forward into the toes, lift your hips up into the air, contract your thigh muscles, bend your elbows and pull. Lift your hips up into the air, push your knees back into the space and try to straighten out your knees. Lovely season, try to straighten out your knees and change. That one's immaculate season. And feet together, arms down. And take a breath. And let go of everything and breathe. When you're in one shape, everything goes back to normal. It's like the snow globe, you shook it up and then you put it to settle. Second set. Inhale your arms above your head. Great big 4.5 step to the right, arms down parallel immediately. Toes in, unless you have sciatica, then you keep the feet straight. Other than that, toes in, heels out, arms back, chin up, sucking your tummy, and swan dive down. Slide your hand on the back of your legs and try to grab your heels. This sliding the hand on the back of your legs is actually going to dictate where your spine goes. Once you've grabbed your heels, lift your hips up into the air and rock the weight into the toes. You should be almost able to be like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, which is where you are, Susan. You're very, very secure in this posture, and your belly is on your thighs completely, and your armpits now, wrap your elbows around the calf muscles more, Susan, and see if you can get your armpits closer to your knees. That's all that's needed right now, baby. Yeah, that's how I do it. I put them in the knees and then I lift them up and I keep the knees there. And that's what we'll do in Posture Clinic. And you're doing it just naturally, Susan. One more breath. And change. Inhale as you come up. So, Susan, you went into that posture, how I would teach you to go into the posture, to go further. And you did it instinctively, darling. Well done. Okay, so you've now just flooded your brain with blood. You've rested your heart. You've opened your spine. Now we can do Trikonasana, and it also used to be called Kick Your Asana. When it's done in a hot room, it can be quite a nightmare. When you're ready, inhale your arms above your head. Take a great big 4.5 step to the right, arms down parallel immediately. Push your hips forward, arms back. Turn on your right heel. Turn the toe a 1/2 inch more. Turn the back foot in. a 45-degree angle. Inhale, breathing, sit down into your right knee. Bikram used to say you can bounce like a motorcycle ride, but sit down till your thigh is parallel to the ground. Suck in your tummy, just windmill your arms. Once your elbow gets on the inside of your right knee, you stop there and very gently push the knee back with the help of the elbow. Straighten out your left leg, round your left baby toes into the floor, and turn your chin, touch your chin to your shoulder. Get the back of your neck really long. Reach up with your left arm. Look up towards your left thumb. Keep on reaching up. At the same time, reach down and try and touch in between your first and second toe, Aileen. There, you got it, baby. And change. Your muscles are so strong, Aileen, that now you've got them around. That was perfect posture. Hips forward, arms back. Turn the left heel. Turn them to a ½ inch more. Turn the back foot in a 45-degree angle. Inhale, breathing, sit down into the knee. Sit down, sit down, sit down. Suck in your tummy. Now just move your arms. When your elbow gets in front of the knee, you stop there and you push the knee back with the help of the elbow, and you straighten out your right leg. If your right hip is riding up, get a sense of it. Is your hip level with your knee? Sit down a little bit deeper if it's not. If you want to sit down, but it's too much of a weight, pop your elbow on top of the knee and it will line you up. Straighten out your right leg, round your right baby toes into the floor. Keep on reaching up. Turn your chin, touch your chin to the shoulder. Aileen, put your elbow on your knee and sit down deeper into your hip. As you reach up, sit down deeper, Aileen, into your hip. You got it, baby. Knee can go over your toes. And change. Inhale as you come up. Yeah. And feet together, arms down. Take a breath, let go and breathe. Let that posture disappear. Inhale your arms up over your head, hands in prayer, cross your thumbs. Take a great big 4.5, great big 4.5 steps to the right, arms down parallel immediately. I'll teach you the wrong posture. Hips forward, arms back. Turn the right heel. Turn to a ½ inch more. Back foot turns inward. Inhale, sit down, sit down, sit down. Suck in your tummy. Boom. Just move your arms. Don't open your legs anymore, Aileen, or you'll go out of sync, baby. Once you move your arms, elbow gets in front of the knee. Turn your chin, touch your chin to the shoulder, look up towards your left thumb, straighten out your left leg, round your left baby toes into the floor, push your right knee back with the help of the elbow. Keep on stretching your arms in opposite directions like a natural human tug of war. Look up towards your left thumb, really reach down and see if you can touch in between your first and second toe, but there's no weight against your finger, against your toe. Inhale, breathing, change. I'm just giving you all more information, things to say. Hips forward, arms back. Turn the left heel, turn to a ½ inch more. This is all the same. Back foot in, 45-degree angle. Inhale, breathing, sit down, sit down, sit down. And remember, when you come down, if your knee's got to go anywhere, it's got to go over your toes, not over your heels. Suck your tummy, just move your arms. Think of your right leg, Aileen, and straighten it. It looks bent to me. There, move your arms. Elbow gets in front of the knee, stop there and push knee back with the help of the elbow. As yogis, one straight leg, one bent leg is not unusual for the body. They do the same. If you bend one knee, you bend both knees. If you bend one elbow, you bend in both. You know what I mean? The body does it the same, but we don't. Stretch your arms in opposite directions. Keep on sitting down, Aileen. Is you get your rising the hip too high, so it's too early to do that. Yeah, keep sitting down a little bit more. Look up towards your right thumb. Roll your eyes up. Touch your chin to your right shoulder. Straighten out your right leg. Reach up, reach down, and that's enough. And feet together, arms down. Take a breath. Let go, breathe. Let go, breathe. When you're ready, inhale your arms up over your head, hands in prayer, cross your thumbs. Please take a 3-foot step to the right. Remember, it's half your mat. Lift your toes and spin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chin down, suck in your tummy, and begin to round over and touch your third eye on your knee. Bend your knee as much as you need to. Once your third eye is on your knee, use the weight of your forehead to push the right leg straight. If your right leg stays straight, then work your hands in prayer a couple of inches in front of your toes. Right hip up and back, left hip down and forward. Inhale, breathing, and round up. Lift your toes, spin forward, lift your toes, spin again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chin down, suck in your tummy, and then please round over. Third eye is going on your knee. Eyes are open, the breath is normal as you round your spine. Use the weight of your forehead to straighten out your left knee. Left hip up and back, right hip down and forward. If your forehead stays on your knee, see if you can get your hands in prayer, a couple of inches in front of your toes. Inhale, breathing, and please would you round up. And feet together, arms down. Excuse me, take a breath, let go. And you breathe. Let go and breathe. So now, as you know, we're going up the pyramid, and now at the top, it's in the skull. Everything we're working now is in the skull. Inhale your arms up over your head, hands in prayer, just cross your thumbs. Take a 3-foot step to the right, it's half of your mat. Lift your toes, spin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chin down, sucking your tummy, again, round over. Put your third eye on your knee. Right hip up and back, left hip down and forward, so your hips are in one line. You should be able to put a tray on your back without everything falling up. When your third eye touches your knee, push the weight of the head into the knee, straighten out the front leg, then get your hands in prayer, a couple of inches in front of your toes. Inhale, breathing, round up. Lift your toes, spin to the screen, lift your toes, spin again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, chin down, sucking your tummy, and begin to round over. And get your forward on your knee, your eyes are open, the breath is normal, sucking your tummy round your spine. Left hip up and back, right hip down and forward, pushing the third eye into your knee. Remember, you don't want your lips or your nose or your teeth or your chin on your knee. So get your chin in really tight so it's choked, but the breath is normal. Inhale, round up. And feet together, arms down. Take a breath. Let go. And breathe. Straighten out your left leg. Pick up your right foot. Hold the foot as high as you can on your thigh. Allow the knee to go down and back. It's cupped underneath, Season, so your hand is like cupped, there it goes. And you'll feel the line, it's clean and it's very nice. And you lengthen. Working on your balance, working on what's going on. Pointing that foot, pointing your right toe, activating it. Please change. Straighten out your left leg, right leg, pick up your left. Bring some level your heart. And you breathe. And lengthen. Breathe. And change. Straighten out your left leg and pick up your right foot. Let the foot slip on your thigh. And bend over and get your hands out ready to catch yourself from the floor. Once the weight's in your hand, you know what to do. I'm giving you the time, you know. Good for you, Season. That's it. You play with it, Season. And when, yeah, that's enough, you back off again. Excellent. Left hand up from over your heart, then right hand up from over your heart. You hold, you breathe. And change. Very good, Will. Straighten out your left leg. Pick the other side. Other foot. If you don't know where you are, other foot always helps because they know what their other foot is. Good for you, Will. You came down in the advanced way. Excellent, Will. And I can teach you how to do this practice, this from the floor, you know, Barbie. I just need to be reminded to next time. But when we're doing it posturing, I can teach you how to do it from the floor. And you hold and you breathe. Left hand up, right hand up. And change. Come up easy. Kick the leg off if you want. One day it will stay on its own. Okay, guys, you're going to turn around. And you're going to lay down and breathe. And you're going to have a proper, you know, the usual type of Shavasana. I will even time it. Your heels are together, your feet, they flop open like the pages of a book. Your palms, they face the ceiling. So you get outward rotation of your shoulders and just let go. When you're doing a class in the studio, it's quite easy to sit here for a long time in the studio, the 2 minutes that's required. But on Zoom, it's a kind of long time because people are on their own and they may disconnect a little bit. So a minute on Zoom, also they're not under the pressure of the heated room. They're not under the exhaustion level that you hit in the heated room. And so that can also play out to do a minute, nice, quiet Shavasana. Always do your Shavasana in silence. Always do it in silence. If you're giving them information, give it in when you're doing your, the postures, but give them a silent Shavasana. It's the way it's meant to be. So when you're ready, please, would you pick up your right leg? Interlock your fingers under your thumb. Pull the knee away from the rib cage in towards your armpit, and the back of your neck is long and the chin is down, and you hold. And from that silence that you hold in your Shavasana, maybe one day something will spring forth. I was like 12 years silent Shavasana, maybe, yes, about 12 years, completely silent Shavasana. Pull, hold, breathe, freeze, right there. Change. And then pick up the other leg and interlock your fingers under your thumb, and again, pull the knee away from the rib cage in towards your armpit. So the talking in Shavasana started to happen when I was out of the Bikram community and I began to teach at Hot 8. I was as surprised as anybody that I was talking. Pull, hold, breathe, freeze, right there, and change. And then pick up both of your legs and swing your arms around them and grab your elbows. In the beginning, I tried to stifle it, but it wasn't really happening. And then I began to listen to what was being said, because your mouth and your ears and your eyes can be used by your highest power. Pull one more breath and change. And you breathe. And I kind of remember before that asking the great energy to use my mouth to speak, to use my ears to listen, and to use my eyes to look. I didn't know then that this was going to come out of it. If you feel, pick up your right leg, interlock your fingers under your thumb, pull the knee away from the rib cage in towards your armpit, and the back of your neck is long. It was almost like once the dialogue was released, something else could come into being. As you pull and you hold and you breathe and you freeze right there, massaging the ascending colon and your right ovary if you happen to have one. And you change again. And then you pick up the other leg again, interlocking the fingers and the thumb, always the back of the neck is long, making sure both your shoulders, both your hips, and your left calf muscle, or the right one, the opposite one, is on the ground. If the right calf muscle is not on the ground, flex the foot for a second and release it. And that will usually bring it to the ground. Hold. And please change. And then you pick up both of your legs and swing your arms around them and grab your elbows. And you get the back of the neck long. And the chat started with Garuda telling me he was ancient. Keep on pulling, holding, breathing, freezing, right there. And change. Not realizing that the book I'd been reading for 38 years was also about theraanthropes, and Garuda is a theraanthrope, the mixed beings. Arms over your head, Flex your toes back hard. Inhale, breathing, sit up, grab your toes, exhale twice with your forehead to your knees. Exhale, exhale, like you do in the studio. Okay, turn around and lay in your tummies. Hands, spine strengthening series. Hands, palms underneath your shoulders. The tips of your fingers, they must be level with the top of your shoulders. Zip your legs up. Push your feet down hard into the ground. Inhale, and now peel your upper body up, peel it up. So the chin comes up, then the shoulders, and then your breastplate, and then you lift up all the way to where your navel. So you hold it there. You never come beyond the navel to the hips. Stony at the navel, and then come down. Lovely lift in your upper body. Season. Shahid has got that lift in her upper body too. Everybody look to the right. Put your left ear down. And let go. And as you know, they're stretching the fascia, the connective tissue in the body. When you're ready, second set, chin forward. Hands, palms down the ground. Zip your legs up. Push your feet down hard, tighten your bums hard. You could bounce a brick off it like Emmy said. Inhale, breathing, and peel your upper body up and look up, come up. Yes, lift up. And drop your shoulders away from your ears and come up, lift up, look up, lift up, go up. One more beautiful breath and then come down. Now you're going to put your right ear on the floor and you're going to look to the left and you breathe. Bikram never used to practice in class with us, but every studio Bikram had, he put in a steam room, and that's where Bikram used to do his yoga, in the steam room. Chin forward, hands palms down the ground. Hands palms down the ground. Get your elbows underneath your bodies. Baby fingers touching side by side. Forget about your left leg, lengthen your right leg long and strong. Inhale, breathe in and go. You lift your right leg up and point the toe, turn the right hip down into your forearm. Hold the leg so long, hold the leg so straight. You breathe and then come down. Forget that leg, lengthen the left leg, inhale, breathe in and go, lift your left leg up and point the toe. Turn the left hip down to your forearm. Hold that leg really long, hold the leg really straight, hold it, change, brilliant for your bum. Now face down, kiss the towel. Walk your fingertips down towards your knees, zip your legs up. Now inhale, breathe in and go, lift both legs up the floor into the air. Push your weight into your shoulders, push your weight into your forearm, push your weight into your wrist and your fingertips, tighten your bum as you lift your legs up. One more lift, calm down. Look to the right, left ear down, and breathe. Let go, breathe. I will always do my yoga in a virtual steam room, in a hot room, my dome. I will always. Why? Because Bikram's brain and mind and body were so incredibly strong. It was incredible what his flexibility and what he could actually do and throw himself around. So I will copy that. If that's what he did to get that, I don't know a better way. So I've got my bloody dome and I've put my body in it and it's boiling hot and the humidity is 70% as if it's a steam room. Chin forward. Turn your hands, palms down the ground. Get your elbows underneath your body. Baby fingers touching side by side. Forget about your left leg, lengthen your right leg long. Inhale and go. And lift your right leg up and point the toe. Turn the right hip down to your forearm. Hold the leg long. Hold the leg straight. Keep activating the foot. Hold it. Change. Now forget that leg. Lengthen the left. Inhale and go. And lift the left leg up and point the toe. Turn the left hip down into your forearm and hold your leg really long. Hold your leg really straight. Hold it. Change. Face down, kiss the towel, walk your fingers down towards your knees, spread your fingers, grip the towel, zip up your legs, inhale, breathing, and go. Both legs up the floor into the air. Push your shoulders into the floor, push your shoulders into the floor, push your face into the floor, and keep on lifting your legs up. Go up, lift up, guys, go up. One more beautiful lift. And then calm down, especially as you head towards the winter. Right on the floor, you look into the left. You let go of everything, you breathe. Breathe. Chin forward, arms out to the side. Toes and heels together, zip your legs up. And now inhale, breathe in and go. Lift everything up the floor into the air. Arms up, level the top of your head. And look up, this is lovely season. And you lift up, very good legs, Will. And keep on lifting up. Amber, it's gorgeous. Everybody, it's gorgeous. One more lift. And then come down. Look to the right. Arms down by your side. Let go. Remember, you're going to have to tell them in the beginning, right and then left, so they can stretch their necks. And this, they won't know which one. You will have to help. And season, if you can ever get to a hot yoga class in your area, go and try one so you can see what it's like as well in the heat. Chin forward. Arms out to the side. Toes and heels together. Inhale, breathing. And go. Lift everything up the floor into the air. Arms up, level the top of your head. Look up, lift up, go up, breathe up. Very, very beautiful season as you go up and lift up. Lovely, Amber. And you look up, lift up, got your arms up, level, lift up, my beautifuls. One more breath. And then come down. And you breathe. And you breathe. Chin forward, bend your legs behind you. Reach around and grab your feet where below the toes. Start with your knees together to touch. When you do that, when you other time, today, when we start the knees together to touch. Now inhale, breathing and kick. So now you're in the floor bow. So they're very, very similar to the standing bow pulling. Keep on kicking, pulling your arms out of the shoulder socket, but you're doing both at one time. The other is one arm going back. Now both arms are going back, and look up and drop your head back. Now get your knees up a little bit more. Roll onto your belly, only the belly on the ground, and kick, Barbie, kick. It's looking lovely, baby. Kick, one more breath. And then come down. And let go and breathe. And let go and breathe. So you see in floor bow, there's no charge, the upper body down flat. The body gets lifted. Chin forward. Bend your legs behind you, reach around. You know you're grabbing your feet where? Just below the toes. Start with your knees together to touch. Now inhale, breathing. And begin to kick. As you kick, drop your shoulders back. As if you're doing standing bow, you drop one back, you're dropping both back. And you're getting your knees up, because remember before you were lifting your foot, you were using your hands to lift the foot up higher over the top of your head. Now do it. Lift the foot over the top of your head and let your knees go up. Hey, yes, Aileen, as you keep on kicking. Yes, Barbie. And now you look up and kick up. One more kick and then come down. You see how the similarity is there? And breathe. And breathe. Okay, guys. Let's do Supta Vajrasana, fixed firm posture, the heel of your knees. Come up, I'm going to get a drink because eating is not my thing, so I need a juice. So I don't get lightheaded. So come to the front of your mat. Open your toes, open your feet, get your butt on the ground in between. Supta Vajrasana, fixed firm posture, the healer of your knees. Go back easy. If your knees at all feel tight, you open them. If they feel very good, bring them together. Remember, time is sewn into this posture. So it means it takes a certain amount of time to get it. Get the back of your neck down, Aileen. There, get the back of your neck down. Excellent, babe. Hold it. Okay, guys, come up easy. Put your hands on the top of your feet. And then you come up easy and turn around and lay down, let go and breathe. Let go. Let go. Second set. Arms over your head, flex your toes back. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, exhale, spin around. I'll speak the whole dialogue through, see how you get, or everything. Open your toes, open your feet, get your butt on the ground in between. Do not sit on your heels. Make sure your feet are right by your hips. There's no space, even to put a piece of paper. Put your hands on the top of your feet, Aileen. Come back, you're doing it wrong, Aileen, yeah. Put your hands on the top of your feet. And then go back onto your elbows. Once you're on your elbows, excellent. Then lift your chest up, drop your head back, excellent. Open your knees if they need. Get the back of your neck long. And then one day you hold the elbows over the top of your head and breathe. The position of the back of your neck right now is how it's meant to be in Trikonasana triangle pose. Long, you know. Breathe. If your knees feel very comfortable, bring them together. See what moving them feels like. Okay. And then come up easy. Causes a tourniquet effect in your legs. And then turn around and lay down and let go and breathe. Let go, let go, let go. Arms over your head. Please flex your toes back. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, exhale. Come to the back of your mat and sit on your knees and sit on your heels. Your knees, they touch, your heels, they touch. Inhale your arms up over your head. Hands in prayer, cross your thumbs. Suck in your tummy. Come down with a straight spine. Get the chin away from the chest. Eyes are open, breath is normal. Lift your wrists up off the floor to straighten out your elbows. Melt your bottom over your heels. Breathe. Chin is away from the chest. Nose barely grazes the towel. Forehead is on the ground. Elbows are lifted off the ground. You ground your baby fingers into the floor. Lift your wrist up off the floor. Your wrist shouldn't be on the floor. When you lift your wrist up off the floor, that straightens out your elbows. Your shoulder blades should feel like your scapular shoulder blades are coming out of your bodies. You're reaching so far forward. Now pull your tummy muscles in. Inhale, breathing. And see if you can come up with a straight back. Arms behind you. Excellent, Amber. Very good, Susan. And turn around and lay down 1,000. 2,000. 3,000. And you let go. And breathe. Let go. Arms over your head and flex your toes back. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, exhale, spin around. Come to the back of your mat again. And sit on your knees and heels. Inhale your arms above your head, hands in prayer, cross your thumbs, suck your tummy, come down straight spine. Lift your wrists up off the floor. Straighten out your elbows. Eyes are open, breath is normal. Squeeze your knees together. Melt your bottom over your heels. And breathe. Get the tip of your nose to just barely graze the towel. So the back of your neck's long, guys. Forehead still on the ground. Keep on lengthening forward. Squeeze your knees together. Lift your wrists up off the floor to straighten out your elbows. Lengthen your arms even more and more forward. Shoulder blade scapula coming out of your body. Inhale, breathing. And come up the same way you went in. And turn around and lay down. And let go. And breathe. Let go. Go back to you. Camel is a master posture. Everything that you have done in the class for the last hour and a half, it was to prepare your body to do this posture. Camel, we always do 15 minutes before the end of the class. So if you started, and we didn't, we started differently, but if you start at 12, 1:15 is camel. You know where you are then. If you're nowhere near camel, you better speed up as quickly as you can so that you're not running past the half an hour. If you are too fast, then slowing down is not a problem. It's not a problem. It's easier to slow down than it is to speed up, actually. So let's do camel. Arms over your head, flex your toes back. Inhale, sit up, exhale, exhale, and spin around. And please come and stand on your knees at the front of your towel. Open your knees 6 inches. Open your heels 6 inches. Put your hands on the top of your bottom, your lower back. Hips, tummy, thighs forward. Lift your chest up and drop your head back. Now, camel is a minute-long posture, and people can go into it in different stages. You push your hips, your tummy, your thighs forward, lovely Barbie, lift your chest up and drop your head back even more. And this is one of the postures that is constantly moving. You're not bouncing in and out, but you're constantly pushing your hips and your tummy and your thighs forward, lovely Aileen, in the upper body especially, towards the screen as you roll forward, roll forward. If you want to reach down and grab a heel, then you can. If you reach down and they're not there, then you put your hands back to your hips and you're golden. Hips and tummy, thighs forward, good for you, Barbie. Just allow the throat to open as you roll forward, hands back to your hips slowly. Yep. Turn around, lay down, let go, and breathe. Let go. And remember, 500 years BC was when the Buddha was alive, 2,500 years before they say the birth of Christ. Our yoga is older than that. So the Buddha wasn't doing Iyengar, Ashtanga, Dudinga, whatever other yoga. Buddha wasn't doing that. The Buddha was doing the ancient yoga that has been passed down through time. And the Buddha used this yoga as a tool. And he woke up. It's all documented about the Buddha. Not so much, no documents in the Bible, they belief systems there. Not saying it's wrong, just saying that's more like a story, belief system. Whereas the documentation of the Buddha is very, very accurate. Arms over your head, flex your toes back. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, exhale, and spin around. You know the Bible was written in a time where the part of the world they were had the pyramids in. And there is not one little note in the Bible about those pyramids. Do you feel me? It wasn't on the agenda. Hips, tummy, thighs forward. Lift your chest up and drop your head back. Keep on rolling forward, rolling forward. Hips and tummy, thighs forward. Lift your chest up and drop your head back. Roll forward, roll forward. If you've grabbed your heels, keep pushing your bum forward. Your bum's very strong. Your bum's going to open up your hip flexors. Keep pushing. And your own body is you can't injure yourself with your own body weight because your body's used to it. Keep on lifting the chest up. You roll forward, you roll forward, you roll forward. Hips and tummy, thighs, way, way forward. You are halfway. Keep on lifting the chest up. And you always will tell your students if they want to come out of it, if they've had enough of it, you can tell them to come out of it. Usually they will, because it's impossible to hold this posture if your body said nah. Hips and tummy, thighs forward, lift your chest up, roll forward, roll forward. Now very gently, put your hands back to your hips. Very gently, turn around, lay down, let go. And breathe. Let go. You are a being made of light and you are infused in this body of yours. Become aware of yourself at this moment. Observe yourself. Have a little look-see. When you get used to observing yourself, whenever you flick back into observing yourself, it's like the light goes on. It's a really weird feeling because you know you're doing your life, and suddenly you observe yourself, boom, the light's on. Everything gets a whole different, like, boom, because you are there. It's not a perception of what this cupboard looks like or perception of what this light looks like on a person's face. You're there. Arms over your head, flex your toes back. Inhale, sit up, exhale, exhale, and spin around. And it's like somebody just flicks the switch as you come into focus. Turn around, sit your knees and heels, reach around and grab your heels from behind. Sasana rabbit. Chin down into your throat, suck in your tummy and roll over. Lift your hips up into the air as you roll over onto your crown chakra. Shuffle your knees forward towards your forehead. If there is a break, and you roll over, you roll over. Keep shuffling your knees forward if there's a break. Lovely, Will. Lift your hips up, Will. Lift your hips up, get your butt up. Yeah, lift it up, lift it up. Push your feet into the floor, Will, as you roll one more breath. And change, turn around and lay down and let go. And you breathe. Melt into the ground. And let go. The biggest impediment that you can have for your teacher training is that you're late. If you get, and I'm not talking to anybody here that anybody here is late, I'm not saying that at all. Brian got his skin torn off him in the Bikram class because he was late, you know. It's a very, very serious thing because no studio wants you if you're late, because they know if you're late for your own class, you're definitely going to be late to teach. You won't think it the first 3 months, they won't be late, and then it comes in. But a late person in class will definitely be late in the teaching, and that's very scary. Arms over your head and flex your toes back. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, exhale, and spin around. Did we do 2? Splitting your knees and heels. Reach around and grab your heels. Get your chin down into your throat and suck in your tummy. And then roll over and go into your crown chakra. Lift your hips up into the air. So when I would train the teachers, when the studio used to ask me about the teachers, the first thing they used to ask was, are they late? Because they know the students get so pissed off if the teacher's not there when they are. Roll forward, lift your hips up, keep on rolling forward, shoulders away from your ears, and you roll forward, lift your hips up, roll one more breath, and change, come out of it, and then turn around and lay down and let go and breathe. The only thing they would ask is the person late. Breathe, let go. So what you do, you switch your times, you know, for the people listening to this recording as well that are not in the room, switch it. So even if a catastrophe happens, you're still not late for class. You've given yourself a lot of time. Arms over your head and flex your toes back. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, exhale. Spin around, guys. Get your right leg out to the right hand corner of your space and get your left leg into your groin. Inhale up, turn, face your outstretched leg, round over, good for you, Season, and get a grip of the foot. That posture is as accurate. It is as accurate. Pull the toes back, bend your elbows into the ground. And if your leg is straight, keep kicking the heel away, forwards on your knees. See if you can lift your heel up off the floor. That's it. This is where you're going to find it, Amber. Keep getting the elbows down. Try to get to position. Now lift your heel up, Amber, and see if you can get your elbows to touch the ground. Lift the heel up, Amber. Lift it up. Lift it up more. Lift it up more. Get the elbows lower. Change. Turn, face the other leg. Round over, get a grip of your foot. Pull your toes back towards your face and get your forehead on your knee. Eyes are open, breath is normal. I've never been late for a class. Even when bad things have happened, you know, like all sorts of stuff. I've always given myself so much room. And so what, you get to the studio early, you sit there, a coffee, a little chill, you're there, bro, you know. Get your forehead on your knee. Drop your right shoulder down a little bit so both your shoulders are equal either side of your knee. Bend your elbows to the ground, then lift your heel up off the floor at the end and change. Feet together, lay down. Inhale, breathe in, please sit up. Exhale, exhale. Grab your big toe with your first and second finger and do the walk back business. Walk back, walk back, walk back. And drop your shoulders away from your ears. Suck in your tummy and hinge forward. Everybody who is late lives in a state of stress. Pull forward. Shoulders away from your ears. Get your tummy in your thighs. You get your chest on the knees. And one day you're going to get your forehead on the shins below your knees. Pull one more breath and change, turn around, lay down, let go, breathe. I am nowhere near going near the stress of being late. The stress of being late and late for a class is monumental. And that stress is so bad for the body. That stress, we can't get there, now you're late and everybody's waiting for you in class, and so the student, you've got to walk in, you're on the back foot. Your class is definitely no good. Definitely. You're on the back foot. Arms over your head and flex your toes back. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, exhale. Okay, spin around. Right leg out and get your left leg into your groin, and inhale up and turn and face your outstretched leg and round over and get a grip with the foot. And those people that skim very, very close to, that they're always on time, but maybe just a minute and a half on time, but they're always on time, they will definitely be late one day. Drop your left shoulder down. If your leg is straight, keep on rounding over, to get your elbows into the ground and lift your heel up off the floor at the end. And change. Left leg out and right leg in, and inhale up and turn and face the outstretched leg and round over and get a grip of the foot and pull your toes again toward your face, and you breathe. And when we're late, if we keep somebody else waiting, we are actually wasting their time. That's the thing with being late. We kind of know it and it feels stress with us. It's different if it's late from a random. I'm talking about regular. Lift the heel up at the end and change. And feet together, lay down. And remember, this is a recording for the student, for us. Inhale, breathing, please sit up. Exhale, exhale. This is not for the general public. Grab your big toe with your first and second finger and do the walk back business on your bum. Walk back, walk back, walk back, walk back. Because as teachers, your real bottom line, never be late. Just don't even have it in. Pull your tummy to your thighs. Pull your chest to the knees. Dig your elbows into the ground. And if your legs are straight, lift your heels up off the floor at the end and change. And turn around and lay down and let go and breathe. I've been never asked by a studio owner what they like at the biology or anything like that. All they want to know is, do they know the postures? Are they late? Have they ever been late? Are they late? Arms over your head and flex your toes back. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, exhale. Bend your right leg underneath you. Excuse me, left leg underneath you, and do not sit on your left heel. Pick up your right foot and cross it over the corner of your left knee joint. Lift up your left arm over the knee, push the outer way and grab the lower knee. This is such a posture to learn, honestly. Inhale, breathing, wrap the other arm around your body. Try to get your arm to hold the top of your left thigh. And now keep on twisting. Get your body straight, back a bit, Will. It looks lovely, Will. Beautiful, Season. It's very easy for you, Season. As you twist, 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 and change. Now, please bend your left leg underneath you. Right leg. Do not sit on your right heel. Pick up your left foot, cross it over the corner, your right knee joint. Lift up your right arm over the knee. Push the knee out of the way, grab the lower knee. This posture is very interesting posture clinic, because you will notice, which you won't really know now as you're twisting, your ankle, your knee, and your wrist one day will all be touching. And the other ankle touches your hip bone, and your chin, your neck, you're touching the shoulder. So basically you are lining up all of your joints as you twist, twist, twist. You are so done. Turn around, lay down, let go, and breathe. Let go. Arms over your head and flex your toes back. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, exhale. Spin around. Turn around and lay on your belly. Don't lay on your bellies. Turn around and sit your knees and heels. Spine straight. Inhale, breathing. And let's go for it. Snap your tummies in and blow. Your spine is straight. Your tummies are in. And you keep on blowing. This rhythmical blowing is removing gases from your bloodstream, removing toxins, removing any CO2. There's many gases in our systems that we have no idea. We don't even know they're there. for 3 and 2 and done. So all a couple of times. Inhale, breathing. And let's go for it. Start your tummy in and blow, 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 blow. Blowing. Blow, 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 blow. 5. You really go as fast as you can. You're not moving your body. You're not moving your body. It's just your belly. And you blow, 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 blow. So 5, 4, 3, 2. Turn around, my guys. Melt into the floor. Did an incredible job. Do you know, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a little bit of an extended Shavasana talk, but to actually give you a meditation, I would need a half an hour's break for my voice to actually teach another half an hour. So we're not going to wait around so my voice can rest. So we're going to just carry on and quiet as you lie on the floor. You open your eyes, you look around the room, you take those pictures of the room. And all of you know now to take a picture of your own being. Understand your own being has an atmosphere around it. The projections from your eyes do not have an atmosphere. You do. You are a planetary body. This atmosphere around you, every single bit of it, drains into the outside world, and nothing is kept back for yourself. So you are generating, because it comes from you, an enormous amount of energy, and yet you are not benefiting as much as you could from it. Now, this enormous amount of energy, it leads your life, your vibrancy in your face. So you use it to that extent. However, to use your energy for you is very, very important. You cannot just open your bank account and let every penny drip out. You cannot be filling a bath and have got no plug in it. At the moment, all your energy is going out and there is no plug in the bath to fill the bath up, to feed and soak you in it. And this energy is magical. It is life force. It is the reason you are warm. It is the reason your body moves and is alive. It's because of this life force. And all of it gets drained away. So sense the atmosphere around your bodies. Now, you know, when I tell you to think your toes back, when we grab beneath our toes jut forward on auto. Auto, no pun. So when you pull the toe back really, really hard, you've got it pushing away from you because the toe instinctively is doing its own thing. But as soon as you say, think your toes back, anybody, and I got that from Emmy, everybody who thinks their toes back, the toes come back at least half an inch. Whereas before they didn't move. In fact, people aren't even aware the toes aren't moving. So when I tell you to suck your energy field in, it is a similar kind of way of looking at something. When you think your toes are back towards your face, it lives in there. I can't explain this to somebody who doesn't know the yoga so deeply, but because you're multi-leveled now, you've got your angles of the yoga, and you're also understanding your angles of mysticism. As you know, mysticism sprung forth when it was realized that we do not remember ourselves. And the tools that we use are to remind us to remember ourselves. It's one of those things. Let's say we're lemmings going off a cliff. And you've got a choice. You can be the lemming going off the cliff, or on your journey to the edge of the cliff, you can be your highest self. So when the lemming goes off the cliff, you don't go off with it. Do you get that? So when your body dies and is left on the planet, you have got enough of self-remembering to pull and separate from that very, very clearly in the moment of the sacred Rasku Anu. That's what it's called, the sacred Rasku Anu. There is no word for it in English, there's no word for it in Sanskrit, there's no word for it. This is from the world of mysticism. You will find this word in Mr. Gurdjieff's book. But this moment, when you die, is the most sacred moment of your being. When you make that switch and pull to say goodbye to your body and fly to the stars. Aware. That's what we're trying to achieve. Awareness in the body. So right now, sense the energy field around you and suck it in. Like, think your toes back. That feeling, huh? Suck it in. And the same way your toes moved is because your toes obeyed something higher. That's why you think your toes back. Because yes, your brain is higher than your toes. Once the toes got the message, they responded. So when you tell yourself to suck it in, it's the highest power accessing that energy and pulling it back. This energy is food, and this energy is what you will use to remember yourself. Because what happens is it accumulates in your body. In the beginning, you might remember yourself once a week, maybe at your yoga class for a millisecond, then maybe twice a week. Every time you remember yourself, you put stores in your bank. More money's just gone in. This store for this food, a little bit more. Then another week, oh, that week, you might remember yourself 3 times in the week. And remember, when I say 3 times, I don't mean 3 days. I mean 3 times. It might be, oh, the lights on, lights on, lights on, back to sleep. But the more you do that, when the light went on, you flooded with light and there's a part of you that saw everything. Then you go back to sleep. You suck your energy field in. You awaken to this moment. You see a bit of everything again. You see a little bit more because you're even a bit stronger. Then you go back to sleep. And each time you see a little bit more. Why? Because you are accumulating the energy to hold your awareness in the moment. Now remember, you know, I said great nature. She has a use for you, and she's not interested in you after the age of 25. It can all go to rack and ruin. She just wants, you know, to reproduce the whole of life. That's her thing. Well, also the matrix does not want you to awaken. The matrix needs you asleep. And all those negative thoughts you have, all those thoughts are there to keep you asleep. Now we think the subject of the thought is what is making us upset, but it is not. The thoughts are there to engineer 2 feelings from you, because they know when they've got these 2 feelings, you don't exist, you're asleep. One of them is anxiety. That's the future. Whenever you're anxious, no matter what you're anxious about, you are not anxious about the subject. You are anxious because you're not real. The future doesn't exist. So the anxiety is all this time you're spending in limbo. Doesn't exist. You feel anxious. Now you think that thing, oh, I feel anxious because of the subject. No. And you know what great nature wants, what the matrix wants? It wants you to feel anxious. Because when you're anxious, there's nowhere you're present. Okay? Doesn't want you present, wants you anxious. Then the other one it gets you is depression. You know that, oh, I wish I'd not done that. Oh, and the old thoughts of what you missed. Oh, you got the lottery ticket, you felt it up. Remember, imagine having that going on in your brain. Imagine the depression, you've thrown the lottery ticket away and you won just for an extreme. Can you imagine the pull of your nature? You may never even recover from that. But when you're down like that, oh, something that's happened in the past, you was gone, as anxious in the future. And the thing is, When you're down about you lost the lottery ticket, you didn't get the money, you will think your whole life is because of the lottery ticket. No, that was just such a great subject. It kept on playing on you. Do you understand? It's not the subject. It's whatever the outside thought process can throw in to suck you away from the moment. It does not want you in the moment. It does not want you to awaken. There's only one person in the whole of your life that wants you to awaken, and that is you. Only you can wake you up. Nobody else, only you. So suck your energy field in. And remember, in our awakening, we're not fancy, sitting in remote hills, saying, oh, I'm not being able to look after the family, not being able to do anything, just sit your life in silence. And then maybe you roll off the hill and go into the city and all your meditation for 50 years is gone because now you're in the city and you didn't work in meditation with the noise and now you're moody. You feel what I mean? With us, any moment that you remember, you can wake yourself up. It's a hook on your consciousness. Whenever you want to, you're going into an interview, you're really nervous of the interview, observe yourself, observe yourself, observe yourself, and you will feed your energy. Suck your energy field in. So when you go into the interview, you're stronger. Learn that you are a power, an enormous generator of huge power. And this generator is aware. Your awareness is you. You've done a lovely day, guys. Wherever you go, leave the footprints of kindness. One heart, one love. And you know we're only the one race, the human race. Jah Rastafari. Namaste, my beloveds.